Morning, Chair Brownsie and Commissioners. I'm Laura Walsh with the Surfrider Foundation. I'm our California Policy Manager, and I'm here today with Carla and Jen, who will follow my comments today. We are here to offer an update and share concerns regarding the proposed Humboldt Bay offshore wind heavy lift multipurpose marine terminal, because we have concerns about a major new milestone, which is that the Humboldt Bay Harbor District has recently entered into an exclusive right to negotiate this marine terminal development with a company called Crowley Marine Services. In your March 17th, 2022 Consistency Determination Report, staff found that terminal expansion and operations in support of offshore wind energy could cause additional impacts to surrounding communities, including additional air pollution from vehicle emissions on land and vessel emissions offshore, in addition to a loss of lower cost recreational opportunities like surfing in the bay and along the coast. Your consistency determination goes on to say that development burdens such as increased air, water, noise, and light pollution would not only affect residents and wildlife, but also workers and visitors who recreate in the area. Your related staff report contains an entire section on environmental justice and the potential impacts of the wind terminal on communities of concern living near the future project site who have lived in the shadow of industry for a long time. The report calls for the project to do everything practicable to minimize further degradation of conditions in these communities, including designing the project with the most energy efficient materials and facilities, with zero emissions ships, vehicles, and equipment, and the smallest climate impacts possible. Finally, the consistency determination detailed findings related to the safety of Native tribes and local communities. Specifically, quote, the Commission expects future wind development to not only provide benefits to the community, but also in a manner that does not continue to exacerbate harm in Native American communities and any additional vulnerable populations with limited resources to address these harms. With that context, I'll pass it on for the update.
I'm sorry, Chair Brownsie, we had signed up to speak as a presentation, a group presentation, so we were anticipating having 6 minutes total. So we didn't break it down by speaker.
Well, 2, 4, 6.
So, yeah. Oh, I know. I just don't know if it's 2 minutes per person.
2 minutes per person.
Right. Okay.
What? Laura, you got 2 minutes, right? Okay. I'm confused, Jen. What?
Did you want a visual aid?
So yeah, we did it like 6 minutes for 3 people, but it wasn't necessarily, it was like 2 minutes and 15 seconds and 1 minute and a half. You know what I mean?
Oh,
because we signed up as
okay.
a group.
So for the remaining 2, we'll put 4 minutes on the clock, and then you can figure out. Yeah, I just wasn't tracking what your point was.
I was expecting the clock to be at 6 minutes.
Oh, I see.
So, okay.
Oh, no worries. Hey, we're flexible. Thanks, Billy. Okay. Within parameters. That is true. Wilson makes a good point. Okay, please proceed.
All right. So, hi everyone. My name is Carla. I am also very short. I am the Climate Action Program Manager for the Surfrider Foundation, and I'm continuing Laura's comments. So, the local Surfrider Humboldt chapter has significant reservations about the proposed port developer, Crowley Wind Services. We understand the substantial benefits that offshore wind can bring to the Humboldt Bay area, including job creation, economic growth, and most critically, to strengthen the fight against climate change. But we have deep reservations about Crowley's ability to be the dependable, transparent partner that will make this project a success, and in line with the Commission's federal consistency requirements. We question Crowley's commitment to sustainability and environmental responsibility, given their history of legal violations and environmental infractions. These violations include a $1 million EPA lawsuit for repeated violations of federal environmental laws. Locally, the community has made clear the demand for a zero-emission port, but Crowley has yet to commit to this and has not indicated any meaningful binding plans to do so, despite the Commission's direction that the project must be designed with the most energy-efficient materials and facilities, including zero-emission ships, vehicles, and equipment, and the smallest climate impacts possible. Crowley's history and a current approach to environmental issues is of great importance to Humboldt Bay and the people who live and recreate in and along the bay. We cannot accept preventable environmental degradation in pursuit of clean energy as we look to reindustrialize the bay. Surfrider was a key player in stopping the past harm being done to Humboldt Bay. coast and coastal users, suing the then operating pulp mill on the spit for violating water quality standards. The 1991 settlement was one of the largest Clean Water Act settlements at the time. We must do all we can to stop climate change, and we must do it by moving forward and not repeating the mistakes of the past.
Thank you. Jennifer Savage, also with Surfrider Foundation, but I'm speaking today as a 21-year resident of the Samoa Peninsula. Like all of us, I support efforts towards slowing and stopping climate change. However, those of us who live in communities adjacent to the proposed heavy lift marine terminal should not be asked to accept less than the highest standard of development of a massive port that will change every aspect of the peninsula and impact all of those who live and recreate on it. The project that ultimately needs approval should align in advance with the federal consistency determination that the Coastal Commission has put forth. Unfortunately, the initial request for proposals by the Harbor District resulted in only 4 submissions, and the least expensive option, Crowley Marine, has a record that would be alarming under any circumstances and is particularly disconcerting when considered in the context of what kind of neighbor and community partner they may be. You can see at a glance the various ways in which Crowley has made the news over the past few years and even in the past few weeks. The human trafficking and sexual assault allegations raise concerns about the safety of Crowley's current and future employees. All people deserve safety on the job, and our community members looking forward to the jobs being created deserve a partner that prioritizes their safety and well-being. Additionally, offshore wind and port development must not contribute to the ongoing missing and murdered Indigenous people crisis. Again, a fact called out in your consistency report. We support the call by the UROC and a growing number of community voices urging the Harbor District to reconsider its exclusive right to negotiate with Crowley and to reopen the bidding process. We bring this to your attention today, first to thank you and your staff for providing proactive federal consistency standards that prioritize environmental and community safety, and to let you know what might be coming your way in the future as the very necessary shift toward clean energy progresses. Thank you.